So monotony is kind of the bane of my existence, which was a big reason that teaching wasn't for me. I loved lesson planning and critical thinking and setting up my space for the students to come in and learn, but delivering the message over and over and over again was not for me. And so now what I get to do is help successful professionals and business owners get out of that mundane repetition and create something once that they can sell and impact people over and over again without having to deliver that same message over and over.
Hello and welcome back to the Oracle on Purpose podcast. I'm your host, Leah Dunlap, and today I'm here with Amanda Dake, who is an elite business consultant. We are speaking to women founders and entrepreneurs about their journeys, and I know that a lot of us have, transitionary journeys. We have things we've gone through to build our businesses, and of course, I know that you were off-site telling me a little bit about your journey recently and some big changes, and I think it's really important to have that conversation. Because not only as women, but as women founders and entrepreneurs, things happen and we have to adjust to those. But it is about how we move forward. And I think people will find that inspiring, what you made, your transition from where you started to where you are today. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your story?
Hey, thanks for having me today.
I'm so glad to have you.
I have probably a very common story. As I talk to more and more people, they're like, oh my gosh, I can relate to this so much. When we start out as young people, we go on a path, right? And we think that is going to be our end all be all, right? We start out and we go to college for something and we're thinking, okay, I got the career and this is it till I retire. And that's not really how it goes anymore, right? So, I like to call what I've gone through, I've just had all these little professional pivots throughout time. And kind of think about Ross on Friends when he's moving the couch, right? So
I can't. Amanda, we have to be serious here.
We do?
But that will not help me be serious at all.
But he's like, pivot. That's happening every
and I'm sorry, if you haven't seen that, go look up Ross, pivot, you'll find it. It's hysterical.
So it's not completely changing course. So if you look up pivot in the dictionary or online, it'll say complete change. But I see pivot as Ross on the stairs. You're just making little adjustments and finding your spot. So I was a teacher for 12 years. I taught high school science and coached tennis. Yes. And, I thought I was going to be doing that forever because that's, you start out that way and maybe become an administrator or something, but you're in it. So 12 years into it, I found myself crying at my desk every morning after I dropped my little boys off at school, I was so fortunate because they were right down the sidewalk from me because I taught at a really beautiful private school. But something just wasn't clicking anymore. And so one day in February of 2011, I went into my administrator's office. I had zero plan. I had no idea I was going to do this. Something happened. It overcame me. And I went in and I said, I'm not going to come back next year. So I finished out that school year and didn't know what I was going to do. But the minute I declared, this is not what I'm going to do, doors started to open.
Right.
And I had a few little safety net positions come in, which was amazing. And then gave me the freedom to start creating something that I really wanted. And so I just jumped into kind of the new internet marketing scene at that time. Because think about 2011, 2012, it was not what it is today.
Just burgeoning
yes.
At that point, yes.
So I started to get a few clients here and there. I was really just doing social media for them, which I was just self-taught. I mean, being a teacher, we didn't use much of this stuff anyway, but I'm a lifelong learner, and so I'm always studying and seeing what other people are doing and learning. So I took over some social media for some local businesses, which led to me learning how to do lead generation with funnels, which led me to meet Russell Brunson and become one of his certified partners and one of his speakers on his speaking team. And everything just kind of went. I don't know. It's so crazy, but is it crazy?
Well, is it? I mean, I think let's talk about it, because I think you said something very important, which is at the moment of decision, right? At the moment of decision, that's when things go to work.
Yeah.
And we don't always see it, right? And so until we're looking backwards like we are now, where you're suddenly like, of course,
Yeah.
all that started to happen. Yeah, I love that.
Well, and sometimes I think, and maybe you can relate to this, is like, gosh, where did that bravery go? Where did that, there was a movie line or something, all you need is just a few seconds of insane courage. And I had it somehow it just like came out of me. And then there's been other challenges along the way. This has not been just all like walk in the park. And it's been like, gosh, where is that super brave, person that walked into that office that day without warning and just said she's not coming back? And sometimes I really feel like I can't pull her back in, but then she does show back up.
What if you could tap into the law of attraction with precision and power on your terms? I'm Leah Dunlap, and in my audiobook, Power Up the Law of Attraction, I give you the no-fluff blueprint to create a life of purpose, prosperity, and peace. Ready to stop manifesting by accident and start creating with intention? Download Power Up the Law of Attraction now on Audible. Now, back to the show. For me, when I look at my clients, when they come to me at that state, it's because they've become comfortable again with this new level, right? And It's like, to me, it comes back to like, are you coming back authentically every day, regardless of whether you're doing it at work or life, present? In our circle, we always say like, are you being here now, like now in this moment? Yeah. And when you tap into that, then I think a part of what you said too was the courage comes when we call it.
Yeah.
Right. When we've pushed ourselves to a place where perhaps we are so uncomfortable, the only thing left to do is move.
Right.
And even if we don't know where we're moving to, it's like, we've got to do it.
Do something.
Just something.
Yeah.
Right. The leap has to be taken. And I also like to say it's important then too to realize like we can make ourselves take these leaps without that dangerous place either. And I think that's a really big thing to pay attention to. Like you said, is like noticing that you feel like, oh, like even the calling in your own mind, like you said, of like, where is that? She's
there.
She's still there, right? Yeah, because she's the one knocking on the door saying, hey,
let's do something.
Yeah, we haven't done anything lately.
Yeah.
We haven't made that expression happen yet.
Yeah, which is so fun. And that's what causes these little pivots. It's like, so monotony is kind of the bane of my existence, which was a big reason that teaching wasn't for me. I loved lesson planning and critical thinking and setting up my space for the students to come in and learn, but delivering the message over and over and over again was not for me. And now I love the fact, and I honestly just realized this the other day. I was just kind of just thinking, like, am I really doing what I should be doing? Like, what got me all the way here, kind of full circle from where I started in the classroom? And that's when I realized, gosh, yes, I am, because I'm doing the best parts of the thing that I walked away from, but now I'm doing it for others. And so now what I get to do is help successful professionals and business owners get out of that mundane repetition and create something once that they can sell and impact people over and over again without having to deliver that same message over and over.
Ah, yeah. So nothing's lost, right?
Nothing's
Even
lost.
Your own lesson in like, oh, this mundane, you're like, oh, it's not only the challenge, but it's also the solution.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that.
And I get to as an entrepreneur, I guess, people get really excited about the creative part and the start. And then they fall off when it becomes the boring part of like the doing and the just mundane running of the business. So, and I know that I would be that way too, but what I get to do, because I get to work with so many different people, I get to be in the creative fun part all the time. And so
you're like, I found my slice. It's right here, not there, not here. Just
I don't have to change what I'm doing to get that fix, I guess, of creating something or helping people create something or bring their vision to life. It fills me up, but it also serves them as well.
I think that's amazing. I think that too, like you just said, it's kind of like when people talk about niching and things like that, for me, I take it a little differently as an intuitive. I'm always like, there's like this secret part of you that knows. I call it your unique life purpose. And it's that really true, tiny little slice that is absolutely yours. And as long as you bring that into what you're doing, then you can have this experience, right? You have to make sure that it's present, though, in what you're doing. So it sounds like for you, what you found was like all these pieces and put them together as something so unique that as you deliver it, you actually are filling yourself up.
Absolutely.
Right?
While helping others, which has always been, the mission. You don't go into teaching without wanting to help other people. So yeah, but again, it's been piece by piece. It wasn't like I woke up one day and said, oh, I know exactly how to fill all of my cups at once. It was just, and I had to learn a lot of skills and a lot of things and meet a lot of people and take a lot of classes and travel a lot of places to get to the point of where I am now. And I'm not finished. Like, I know there's still growth on the way because there's a lot of, discomfort that shows up, and that's what that means. So yeah, it wasn't immediate, but if you stay the course and even through those uncomfortable times, then the reward on the other side is worth it.
What do you think helped you to stay that course?
Definitely the people that I have around me.
Yeah.
Even though my dad still has zero idea what I do. He asked me the other day, he goes, now what do you do? He goes, I just tell people you do PR. I was like, okay, Dad, whatever, it's fine. They're not entrepreneurs. My parents were both teachers, actually. And I have a brother and a sister. They support me regardless. You hear stories about people that have their families, they don't understand what they do and they don't support them in it. I have the best family that just we all support each other to do things. But then, of course, I've built my network outside of my family as well that are other successful people that have done things that maybe I strive to do or be more like them. And when you have that really strong network, you can't quit. Like, they won't let you.
I think that's important too. Like, I love the idea that you said, like, being very clear that you also need, even if your family supports you and maybe they do or don't understand you.
Yeah.
There is something different about people that know that, like, what that entrepreneur or even the founder's journey, if you're working in the company, like creating something of that nature.
Yeah.
To be able to have a group of people around you who can hear and experience and express, and you can be yourself within that level.
Yes.
I think it's so valuable. I think that's a really important part for people to hear is we need people that are at a level, and I love that you said, like, some people that are a little higher than us, but also those that are our peers, we can lock arms with, that when we say what we're going through, they get it.
Yes.
Right. We don't have to explain the frustration, or we don't have to explain the desire to take something to the 10th level.
Yeah.
Because they're right there with us, supporting us. I think it's so important.
Yeah. You can such a valuable piece. Some people what you're going through. Some of my best friends, they don't still get it, but they're like, why don't you just get a job?
Oh, yes. That's a famous one.
Right?
Right. I don't think any entrepreneur has not heard that question from someone. And we're here to tell you, because that's it. You don't have to have the rest of it. We're not getting a job.
My lizard brain still tells me that too.
Yeah.
So it comes from within sometimes too. But it's really important to find those little groups that you can have those, like, high level conversations about what you do and what you're going through, and be able to feed off of each other. That's why masterminds or events or things like that are so great, and not just about work related entrepreneur things. My mom she keeps bees, and she randomly found this meeting for beekeepers. Well, she can talk to me about her bees, but I don't really understand it. And then she went to this meeting though, and she told me on the next day how great it was to just be able to have conversations about her bees with other people that get it, and that could give her advice or secrets or support in any way. So it doesn't have to always be about work, or even though I get to do work that I love, so it doesn't feel like work. But even if you have a hobby or something you're interested in, to find that network of people that can really feed that part of your soul. It's super important.
What lights you up. Absolutely. Yeah. So speaking of what lights you up, what do you this is the time in the call when we get to have a conversation and say, hey, I'm here to support my guest with my intuitive gift, to give you a chance to lean into what lights you up and to ask any questions that might help support that.
Okay, gosh. Well, I have some big goals this year.
Oh, yeah. I love big goals.
And I work primarily alone, right? I'm a solopreneur with a small support team. So sometimes it's easy to get in my head. So I've set these big goals and I've set some strategies on how to reach them, but I just kind of wonder if I'm on the right track with it, right? I wonder if there's something that I'm missing or something that would be easier because, it's not always easy.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that last piece because the second you said that, she said, why? Why did you set these big goals? It feels like, is there 2 or 3 like big ones that are out there right now for you?
I mean, they're all kind of related to the same thing, but of course there's a monetary one with the business. And sometime when I first started this portion of my business, I think I was thinking too small.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a light bulb moment of like, oh my gosh, I don't have to do all the things myself. I can bring in more people and help them and then bring in more people to help me help them.
Yeah.
So that was a big moment for me because I do prefer, I love working by myself with my clients.
Yeah.
So stepping out of that into this new kind of version of someone that can be supported, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
That was big. But yeah, the monetary side of things, I have a son in college and another son's graduating high school in a couple of weeks. So, that's a big part of it. And
is there a number on that monetary scale? Because she's showing me the scale, right? And it's doing this. It's like it's bouncing. So is there a number that you've chosen for this? Maybe it's an annual goal, revenue goal or something. But I'm showing it. I'm showing it doing this lever thing. So I don't know whether you've not decided yet or you haven't really found the sweet spot of what that is. So the signal there is like, you need to choose, and I think it's lower than you think, but high, maybe you set a goal of whatever it is, and you don't have to tell us here, but that the initial goal or the big, like the stretch goal, it feels like you're going to be short of that, but you are going to be really higher than you thought you'd be.
Okay.
So there's don't take that top goal as failure if you get into that mid thing. So you're going to be right there, but you're going to be higher than you thought you were going to be. But there's a part of kind of letting yourself off the hook a bit about that.
Yeah.
That maybe when you made that, you were like, oh yeah, heck yeah. And then maybe there was a doubt, and it's not a doubt that's, and we all have those, right? Oh, there's no way I can do that.
Yeah.
There's just more of this little equivocation.
Mm-hmm.
So she's saying it's probably here. So I'm going to use a number that's not true, but this is a number. Let's say it's $1 million. She's saying okay, so maybe it's $950 instead of $1 million.
Oh,
right?
I see.
It's not we're going to drop completely down, but what she's saying is there's this number that you put that's not the real number. And so don't keep yourself held up against
punish
that.
myself.
Yeah, that's really what she's saying. Let yourself off the hook, but that's not the reason.
But I'm on the path.
You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that financial number is right there.
Yeah.
So whatever that number is, it's just shy of that, but it's not it's not drastic, and it's still more than you kind of secretly thought you'd make. So I think you're okay.
All right, good.
But more importantly, you're right. Don't put yourself.
No, but really more than the money is the byproduct of the service that I get to provide for people. And I do want to help a lot of people. But right now, my number for that is about 20 for the rest of the year.
Yeah, so that's the expansion piece that you're looking
That's
at.
the expansion piece.
Yeah, that was she's showing me 3 things. I was she's this one over here. That's the
Yeah, it was going to be much smaller. And I thought that's when I had the light bulb of you know what? I can do this.
Right.
But I have to open up and allow others to help me.
That, and you have to let go of that number over there.
The money number?
Yeah, the top one. Whatever that top, it's got some sort of hook on you. Yeah. And I think it goes back to if you are looking at it like it's going to cause you problems, it's going to cause you problems. If you just let go of it, knowing that you're going to hit close to, if not around that, the other piece will manage. Your energy is better served over there.
Okay. On the serving of people.
On the expansion piece.
Yeah. Lovely. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, you're so welcome. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to, give you some insight there. Let everybody know, hello, they want to know more about what you're up to and how to find out about your own expansion, what you're doing next. How can they reach you?
I am Amanda Dake everywhere. So it's on Instagram, LinkedIn. I don't do the TikTok. I know. I don't know if I need it or not, but I don't think my people are really there. And I just don't really want to dance on videos. But yeah, I have a podcast, Amanda Dake Show, where I'm more strategic in that it's very tactical.
Okay.
Yeah, but Amanda Dake on social.
Perfect.
And, yeah, connect
Well, thank
with me.
you so much for being here. Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
a guest. Thanks for playing along and having fun. Thank you all so much for watching us again. We are so glad that you are here, and we want to make sure you come back. So subscribe below, click the bell, ring the button. Let us know how we're doing. If there's some amazing guest you would like to see, let us know. We'll see if we can get them on the show for you and hear more about what their journey was like and what they're up to. I'm Leah Dunlap, and this is Oracle on Purpose Podcast. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.